Hey, it's nice to see you again, guys. And in this video, we're gonna talk about uh, the latest dev handbook, just a little bit of it. And since we haven't received any announcements about the supposed collab for this month, we're going to have some speculations on what collaborations will be coming for the game. So let's go ahead and check the dev handbook first. So basically what they're saying is they're going to have or they're going to introduce a real time or a live PvE content, and it will be three players attacking a single boss. Okay, sounds like giant boss raid or the giant boss raid version from Marvel Future Fight. I'm not really hot about uh, live or real-time PvE content, given how many server issues we have in the live PvP environment. And if you have played Giant Boss Raid before in Marvel Future Fight, you can encounter a lot of crashes, disconnections, some really terrible lags. So that's just some of the issues. Even some teammates who are not or doesn't have a clue on how to deal with the boss. So those are just some of the issues that you may encounter with a live PvE content. But if there's an option that you can solo this content, this might be the best DPS measuring instrument in the game, because right now guild rate is restrictive. You gotta have burns, you got to have darkness, something like that. I hope this mode doesn't have those restrictions, just a purely DPS race to kill the boss. And like what I said, if there's an option or if you can solo the boss that they can introduce, it might be the best DPS measuring instrument that we can have in the game right now. And the other one is the release of the KOF 2001 story mode. So I think this just means more rubies, but it might be more difficult given the awakenings that we have. The stones that we got from Seven Knights are still making impact. So yeah, nothing important really, I think, because again, I'm not hot on the live PvE thingy. So yeah, and now we move on to collab speculations. So I've been wanting to release a content or video about collabs. I'm just waiting for your announcement, but we're about to, or we're approaching the second week of February now, and we still haven't gotten news from them. And data miners cannot extract info about collabs at the moment. So what can we do? So what we do is speculate. I'm going to try to narrow it down just to save time. So for the fighting game category, I think this has the highest chance of having a collab with KoFAS. So first one is Tekken 7 Rerun. This is highly possible because it received excellent response from the players back in October or November, if I can remember it correctly. Plus the characters from the first season, Jin, Heihachi, Kazuya, they're kinda outdated now. So possible fest releases with new or current effects that we have in the game right now will be incorporated to them. So the expected characters that I have for this collab are the following. Let me remind you that these are my choices, not the fans' choice kind of thing. So this is what I think, or the characters that I think that may have an appearance in the collab if it happens. So one is Devil Jin, we got Warang, Yoshimitsu, the OG King, not the Armored King version because we already have one, OG King, Zafina, Kasumi, and Eddie Gordo. The second IP that I have in mind that might have a collab with KoFAS is Guilty Gear. They recently had a collab with KOF 98 UMOL JP server, or in the KR server as well. So there's a chance, I think, although UMOL and KoFAS are being ran by different development teams. Expected characters that I have from that collab will be Kai Kisuke, Soul, Justice, Testament, Baiken, Million Rage. I kept it during the original or the first version of Guilty Gear because that's what I played the most during my childhood days. And the third one is Street Fighter. This is a long shot because we know Capcom and SNK had bad blood, but if you have played Marvel Future Fight before, if you have any experience with Marvel Future Fight / Netmarble, one thing's for sure, you'd never say never on what kind of content or characters they're going to bring. If you can remember or if you have experienced this in Marvel Future Fight, you never thought that X-Men and Deadpool, which are owned by Fox, well, we know the issue about the rights between those characters. So the player base thought that because of the Fox deal, those characters won't be coming in the game. But lo and behold, X-Men arrived, and after a year, Deadpool arrived. So, yeah, don't lose hope on Street Fighter not coming to the game because of a bad blood between Capcom and SNK. You never say never. But anyway, the characters that I want to see or I need to see if this happens are Ryu, Ken, Guile, m.bison, Chun-Li, Zangief, Dalsim, Akuma, and E Honda. Another possible collab will be for the anime because we have already had 2 runs of Gintama. That was in JP server, but in global they included the old characters and the new characters. So for the anime category, what I have in mind is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I am really not interested in the anime. I don't really know the story for this anime, but I have been seeing a lot of requests for this collab to happen in the forums and Reddit. Another possible collab is 7 Deadly Sins. You know, Netmarble has this IP under their banner, 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. They recently had a collab with KOF 98 characters, so that is also a big possibility. And Bleach. Bleach is my biased choice. Now, seeing how these characters can turn into their Bankai instead of their awakening, that would be cool. Plus transformations and their skill animations, I want to see this in the game. Especially after seeing the animations of Shane and Delon's finishers. I think the devs can do justice to them in terms of animation, appearance, and damage. So for this, if it happens, I want to see Aizen, the Espada Aizen, Dangai form Ichigo, Ulquiorra, Yoruichi, Haribel, Stark, Byakuya, and Grimjo. And then another anime that I had in mind is Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a classic choice. You can never go wrong in this one. So I'll just mention the names and really, you can never go wrong with this anime. Yusuke, Hiei, Kurama, Kuwabara, the Toguro team, Sensui, Raizen, Yomi, Mokuro. This is a good choice as a collab for KoFAS. Those were my speculations and take on the dev handbook. Again, speculations on what collab might be coming. Let me know when you want me to speculate on other collabs, because we might get another WWE run, we don't know, or another mainstream IP collab that is new, not a rerun for this game. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.